Hello and welcome to Bas Rutten's lethal street fighting self-defense system. Let me tell you first that I've been around. I've been a bouncer for many, many years and I've been fighting in the ring, as you know. So I know my things. All the techniques that I'm going to show you today, they actually work. I use them, so you can use them too. My first thing that I want to tell you is to keep your eyes on your opponent. Always, never look away from your opponent, because if you look away, you cannot see the glass coming, or the hit, or the baseball bat, or what about a shin kick in the head? No, keep your eyes open so at least you can go with the punch. This is very important. Also, I want you to look at his hands. What is he carrying in his hands? Is he holding a beer bottle? Is he drinking a beer? Hey, that's a weapon right there, because he can hit the beer bottle on your head. Is he drinking a nice little soda? Hey, that's a weapon too, because he can crush it and stab it in your face. And now, with this set being like talking to you for 2 minutes, if you didn't see me holding this knife, you could have been dead, my friend, because I can play the innocent person. I can say, look, sir, I really don't want anything of this. And I go, whoop, like this, and I slit your throat, and it's over and out. Okay? With this said, keep your eyes open. Look what he's carrying in his hands. Very important. We're going to start. Get ready. Okay, and here we are. We are in a happening place, so you will hear background music and noises, but pay attention to me, that is, and not to the people singing in the back or the cars on the street. Okay? Now, let's go. There are many weapons that you can use. Weapons, I should say. I call them weapons. A glass, very dangerous. You can stab it right in front of somebody's face. Then we have, of course, the pepper and salt. Now, if you have the time to screw this thing off underneath the table and you put the pepper in your hand, you can throw it at him and then you can attack. It can blind him, okay, at least for a little bit. The salt thing, nothing really is going to happen, but it's a nice little thing to hold in your hand and punch the guy with, or just throw it at him as a defense so that he blocks and you attack right away with a right, straight, left hook and all the finishing combinations from the Bas Rutten's Big Book of Combat. Now this, what can you do with this? Would you say? Same thing. Distraction. Throw it and it will work. This thing, very violent. Pick off the cap. This is metal, ladies and gentlemen, and this is metal. You can now punch and you can hit and you can stab it like this. That's a great weapon right here, okay? You won't break your knuckles, by the way, because you're holding something. This is a very strong weapon. Now, also a very strong weapon, and that happened one time in a restaurant when I was eating. I saw a waiter putting some hot sauce on somebody's foot, and he dropped one little drop of hot sauce into his eye, in the eye from the customer. And the guy was screaming from pain. It didn't work. So if you have the chance, well, unbutton this thing and square it into his face. Better yet, square it on your fingers, and the first confrontation with him, smear it in his eyes. Okay, those are the weapons. Come with me. We have a little bit more. Of course, a nice little plate. What can a plate do? I can throw it to you again, but I can also break it, and now it's a stabbing device. This is porcelain. It will have sharp edges, and it can cut your throat. You can cut people with it. Very dangerous. Watch out for that. Of course, the bottle of beer. Now, I want to tell you, if you break the bottle first, that's not going to work. I tried this one time in a fight of myself. I was on the street. I took 2 beer bottles because we were fighting like 7 guys. And I broke them, and they broke off all the way in here. So I had only the little pieces. And we started laughing real loud, and everybody was backing off because they thought, what is he doing? But it doesn't work. But if you break the bottle on his head, that will work for sure. Okay? You can also stab it, of course. Oh, look at this. Now, this is a very dangerous weapon right here. This is where they put the receipts on. You know, the waiters. Yeah, I don't need to tell you what you can do with this thing. Okay, hey, look at this. Now, this is a big one. Crush it in the face, throw it in, and attack right away. Combinations followed. It's a great weapon. And of course, with everything said, we have the bar stool. This, later on, is going to be very effective, especially if somebody is pulling a knife. Now you can hold him away from you and you can throw it at him, and while you throw it at him and he's defending, again you can go for the groin, right, straight, left hook. You can follow it up with everything we have. All right. Ranges of combat, very important. We have close range, we have the range, punching range, we got kicking range, we got a far away range, but the most important one, the first one I want to talk to you about is the range that somebody comes up to you in your face. And while he's standing here, I want you to put your hands here right away, like you're just listening at him, because you understand that if you don't stand like this and suddenly he headbutts you, you're going to get caught. Or suddenly he gets a glass and puts it in your face, you're going to get caught too. Your hand is here, headbutt comes, you can block it. No problem at all. Also, what I would suggest you to do is, I do always this. I'm talking to the guy like this. I always have my head a little bit forward. If he headbutts me now, only thing I have to do this. What happens with him, if he does this and he headbutts me and I do this, he will hit his own nose, because I'm going to step in, I'm going to hit his face, which is going to hurt him a lot. Right away after that, dang-a-da-dang-a-da-dang, and it's finished. So here we go with the partner. Now, actually, he's my attacker, but he's my partner. Let me introduce him first. Amir Ranavardi, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to help me out with this. He's going to look mean, but he's a nice guy, okay? No, like I told you before, he's coming up to me, keep your hands here, because if he suddenly would headbutt or something, and he come, boom, I can stop the headbutt. And like I said, I like to always talk to people like this, but keep your eyes on him. If he headbutts now, oh, that is going to hurt him, and he's going to get caught. Right after that, of course, I follow up, bang, 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 and I finish the whole situation. So keep your hands here, be prepared, because I'm telling you one more time, if your hands are down and he suddenly comes, he can boom, and then he can start punching me down. Okay, here we go. We're standing in this position. This position, I can also deliver, bang, headbutt out of nothing. Or what about standing, loading up a little bit with your left shoulder? See what I'm doing? Boom, that's the left elbow right there. And what about the kick in the groin? Everybody underestimates the kick in the groin. Man, if you want to win a street fight, boom, that's the first thing to do. The guy goes down, you can do pretty much anything with him, what you want to do. Okay, let's see this with an opponent, because I want to show you also the bar punch fight. Because pretty much 95% of the people on the street, they will hit you with this big right hand. The only thing you have to do is go back and counter with a right straight. Let's take a look at all these little things that I showed you with my partner, Amir. And remember that I told you the barroom punch, aka the haymaker. Let's see how it looks when he throws that one, because 95% of the people, like I told you before, are using this fight on the street. They're drunk and they come with that big haymaker. This is the only thing you have to do. Step to the side, he's gonna miss, and boom, connect with the right straight. It is that easy. If I can tell you a number how many people I knocked out on the street as a bouncer with this punch, it's phenomenal. It always works. Everybody comes in with a lot of anger because they're drunk, and again they swing and they go back, let them miss, boom, right straight, right on the button. So keep your eyes open, hit the jaw. End of story. Let me explain to you something about the haymaker, okay? They're not punching a right straight. You see, a right straight goes straight forward. No, they punch like this. It's kind of a overhook. It's like kind of a throw punch that they make. Now, if you step a little bit to the side, watch. If I punch him and I make a right straight and he goes backwards, he can go backwards whatever he wants. I'm still going to hit him. But if I throw my punch in a curve and he goes back this far, I'm going to miss him already. And there, bang, and God knows what he's going to do to me after that. Okay? So a right straight goes straight forward. Never hit like this, what all the drunk people do, because they're drunk, they're off balance, and you pinpoint your punches. Make sure it's straight on the jaw so you don't hurt your hand, because if you hit the skull, you might break your hand, and you're going to have the worse than him. He's going to be KO'd, but you broke your hand. Okay, so maybe even when you really want to be safe, and he throws a haymaker, and he's going to be all the way here down, maybe you want to boom, palm striking on the head. Okay, so there's no chance of breaking your hand. Okay, and of course we have the ambience, which we can use. And I show you what I mean with that. Now, I was standing like this and talking to the guy, and suddenly, boom, a headbutt. Bang, follow up with a headbutt. Boom, knee to the head. And look what we got here. Smack his face into the ambience of the place. Another one. He stands here, we're standing like that, and we start, boom, right elbow, bring, right straight. Maybe now the headbutt comes, knee to the face, and again, I can throw him against this wall and maybe step back and kick him against the head. You have to understand, it's a street fight. Try to avoid the confrontation. If you cannot avoid it, you take the confrontation. I don't believe in an eye for an eye. I believe in 2 eyes for an eye, but that's just me. Another one, the groin kick. We're standing and we're talking, woo, kick the groin, boom, and there's the knee again. And from here, you can knee him to the head on the side, you can kick him to the head, you can pretty much do anything, front kick, anything you want to do. Use the ambience, take a chair, hit the chair, anything, the world is yours. Okay, now your opponent grabs a weapon. He sees the beer bottle. Whoa, dangerous. Get out of the way. Create distance and grab a chair. Now this is a mighty weapon because you can slam it into his face, you can stab with it, and the best thing that I would do, which I'm not going to do right now, is I would throw it at him, and while I throw it at him, I would kick him in the groin, boom, right straight, and then just because he wanted to break this bottle on my head, I'm probably going to bounce his head on the table 10 times or something. Don't you ever do this. Same thing can happen with a knife, of course. You know, suddenly he clicks out a knife. This is dangerous. You do not want to stand here. Because a knife, I think, is one of the most dangerous weapons there is. More dangerous than a gun, I think. That is, if the guy with the gun stands far away from you, then a gun is more dangerous. But if a guy with a gun stands on this range, I will show you later in the self-defense how to get away that gun. And that's way more simple than a knife. A knife confrontation, I do not want to go. Okay? So again, I got back up and I got to use something and grab this. And again, I can stab because now my reach is longer than his reach. He can never stab me. He can never reach me. See, never, ever. So I'm going to stab him in his face. Boom, here, boom. I'm going to keep going, bang, until I maybe kick in the way and kick and hit the thing. As long as necessary till he goes down and it's the end of the story. Okay, now, that's a dangerous knife right there because it's my knife. And I pick always the dangerous knives. And I'm in a dangerous position right now. I have something against my back. I cannot run away. I can go to the side, but if he attacks fast, I got to do something. So when he comes in, boom, front kick. Why a front kick? The leg is longer than the arm. If he would stab me from above, boom, same thing. And from this moment on, you go straight, keep your eyes, grab the chair again, and this situation we already did. Now, in this situation, it's going to be more difficult. If he stands closer to me, and he's got the knife like this, and he's going to stab. Now, I have to go forward. This is a situation I'd rather be not in, because this is very dangerous. Because this block could also be in your forearm. That's why block at least like this, so that you don't like this, because everybody knows this is the main artery. Remember the doctor, if they feel your pulse, that's the one. This one is going to get caught. You can actually win the fight. You get spray blood in his face, and then you can go over with punches. Very dangerous. So block it this way. He's going to get the bone, okay? But I rather don't go in it. But you have to. You cannot choose. You have to confront the confrontation. So I take the knife. I break it and elbow at the same time. Now I want to control, because maybe he's going to stab multiple times. I don't want to have that too. He also can do this and this and this. I don't want to have that. Right away, I boom, elbow, and at the same time, I'm going to grab him. I'm going to swing him around just so you can see what I can do with him. And I'm going to start kneeing him in the head until he's down. And even there's the ambience again. Boom, throw him in there. Okay? But control the knife. That's the weapon. Now, pay close attention. He stabs. Boom, simultaneously, the elbow in the head. Go around, grab his wrist, grab your own wrist, and bend his arm. When you bend his arm, I control him. You see? I control him totally. Knee in the head. I can bounce him against the wall. Everything I want to do. But this is the way you hold and control his wrist with a weapon. Now, this is a situation I picked up from my Krav Maga friends. And I'm going to show you this situation. By the way, Krav Maga has way more ways to defend knives, knife attacks, weapon attacks. So I suggest you to go to their site, www.kravmaga.com. They know a lot of things. I show you only one thing that they showed me, and I'm going to try to show you as good as possible. Now you see, we switched the knife around. We're not going to take any risk, okay? Now, the arm that he doesn't see coming, this arm he will see coming because he's right there over my shoulder. This arm he won't see. We grab, and now he already can't move it. But just to make sure, we grab this arm also. Now we're in total control. He cannot move the knife around. But that's not everything, because he tried to kill me. So I got to return it the favor. Watch what I do. I step underneath here, and now I'm controlling him with my head, and I can stab his own knife here in the liver. There's no way he can go. I'm pushing with my head to this side, and I'm controlling his wrist. He cannot go anywhere. Stab in the liver. Same situation, but now the guy didn't tell me that he wanted to kill me. So let's imagine that the situation I gave you before, that he said, okay man, I'm going to go, I'm going to slit your throat. You got to have to do something. He can now also use this weapon to have people backing up. He can say, back off, because otherwise I'm going to slit his throat. He can do that too. So maybe he is not intending, he's only bluffing. Again, 1, 2, grab this, go here, do the same thing, but now maybe you want to be a little bit more nice and stab his leg enough, and maybe also grab it over, grab the head like this, and the knife will drop. From here, of course, kick to the head, and I'll probably, when you do that with the shin, we'll finish this whole situation. Choke attacks from the front in a standing position. This happens a lot to women. They do this a lot to women. I think it's a stupid choke because nobody will choke you like this. If somebody chokes me, he will always have his legs right there. When I kick him in the groin, bang, that already would be an attack. But let's take care first of gripping, taking away the choke, because maybe you're already hurt, okay, and you need to take away the choke. We call it plucking. A good friend of mine told me, one second, Darren Levine from Krav Maga, he told me, if you grab a baby by the throat, he will automatically do this. When he said that, I was on stage with a seminar in Florida, and I couldn't stop laughing for half an hour because I was visualizing myself, him grabbing a baby. But it's an automatic reflex the human has, okay? So when he grabs the throat, pluck it to the side, and from here, sky's the limit. You can go for the groin, boom, and then for the knee in the head, boom. What you can do also here is go forward and see how I headbutt. I never headbutt like this, because the only thing he has to do is that. And I'm going to hit it like this, and my face is going to be crushed. I'm going to go in like this, straight forward with a headbutt, follow up, right straight, left hook, and I'm going to finish the situation. Now, we have another one. If we turn around, and let's say this is a wall right here, and we're standing, and he's choking me again. Now I can throw my right hand over, and this is not going to cost you any effort. Bang! Right elbow, boom! Left straight, kick to the head, and again, use the ambience. Take anything, go back, grab this bottle, hit the bottle in his face. You can use everything. It's a street fight, anything goes. Another choke. Choke from the front, again, double choke. Okay, stick your hands in and under his throat. It's already broke. And you see what you're doing right now. The power of a punch is when you create distance. If I stand close to him, there is no power. The real power comes from here, when your fist travels a long time. And that's what it's doing right now. Boom! One punch probably will do the trick. We have another choke. One choke, like he's grabbing me by the throat, and he wants maybe to hit with the other arm. He's standing like this. Go over, grab the inside of his palm. And let's turn around now to show you what I'm doing. Watch. I'm grabbing the inside of his hand like this. And believe it or not, this is a very strong move. 1, 2. Support his elbow, and now I'm going to turn around again so you guys can see what I can do. I can, of course, kick him in the head, but if I really want to be, I can put my knee on and break the arm. And here we have a choke defense that I kind of came up with. It's very strange, block it on the inside, because normally you wouldn't do that, but I follow it up with a headbutt, and I'm going to throw him in a hip throw. Now watch, I'm going to go in slow-mo. He's choking me. I go, I break the choke. Right away, I come in with the forehead again, straight in for the headbutt, underhook. While I got the underhook, I'm stepping a little bit away from him, so if I pull him, he's already off balance. And now, boom, I throw him. Once he's here, right straight to the head. Now, I can easily fall backwards and make an armbar. I wouldn't do that. Make sure his body cannot move that way. Step over, and all you have to do is a real loud snap like this, and it's over. The arm is broken. Always try to avoid to go to the ground. Okay, there could be friends of his standing there, and they're going to help him, of course. They're going to kick you in the head if you're on the ground. Okay, so never go to the ground. Finish it, stand up, get away as fast as you can. I just showed you the armbar, and now I know that there are no friends from him around, so I can do a little bit more damage. Okay, we can punch him underneath the armpit. It's very effective. Right away, the liver is connected here. With your knee on the liver. Of course, you can do the same on the head. You can step over, start hitting him, and of course can hold the head and just crush with the foot to the face. And then get out of the situation. The blood choke from the back. You have to react fast now because it's a blood choke. That means he's going to cut off this artery. He's going to cut off this artery. You're going to have about 5 seconds time to deliver, okay? Otherwise, you'll be knocked out, and God knows what he's going to do to you if you're down, okay? So let's do this. He's got you in a choke. Right away, when he puts it on, you're going to step to the side here. Keep holding it tight. It's okay. Step to the side. And be here. Now grab the back, and if he is wearing pants, you can grab his pants and lift him up. Now I can throw him on his back, or we saw the ambience here, and I saw this thing before. Maybe I can ram him, boom, into that thing. Okay, but whatever you do, if you throw him with yourself, your own body weight on you. Boom, he will break your fall. And 205 pounds are going to be on top of him. I bet you he's going to let go. And there's always a dirtier way to play the game. He's choking me from the back. He's got the choke, step to the side, and from here, boom, in the groin, lift him up, take him down, or slam him with his back into this little thing right there. Watch again. Choke, step to the side, on his back, elbow to the groin, grab him up, and we know from there what to do. Take him down, slam him into this corner. It's your choice. Hey, we have somebody new in the game, Scott Harmon. Scott, thank you very much for doing this. He's going to be the bigger partner because now he's going to choke me and he's going to lift me off my feet. And then there is no stepping away because there is no floor that I can step on. Okay, now the choke he's going to do on me, he's going to not really choke me because if he's going to choke me and I try to explain in between, you're going to hear this. Hello, you stepped it right. I look like Donald Duck, so that's not going to happen, okay? So he's going to choke me a little bit under my jaw, but just to show you what you still can do. You can always try, okay? Never, ever let him take that choke, because if you're out, God knows what they're going to do with you. All right, here we go. He's choking me, and he's going to lift me up. Oh, I'm loose. Okay, one, kick to the knees, or maybe a heel, especially lift me high up. Up. Heel to the balls, and I can lean forward, try to throw myself forward, and go back with a headbutt to the head. So, kick to the leg, heel to the groin, and then let yourself all the way go like this, and come back with a headbutt to the side. Bring your legs up, go back, he has to bend, headbutt backwards, and he's going to fly. A lot of people think going to the side, what we see in the movies, but there is no power in this because you cannot create any distance. You're going to wear yourself out, and you're throwing away valuable seconds because 5 seconds it's going to take before you're going to be choked out, okay? Go for the 4 points. Knee, groin, and then bring your leg up one more time. Watch this. It's going to be very difficult if he pulls me up. Pull me up, and I do this, see? Whoa, boom, headbutt. There it is. And maybe now you can step back. I can do the same thing with him. Lift him up and take him down. Okay, now he has the choke, but now his body is joining in, and that's something you don't want to have because you only have the 5 seconds. You got to take care of the problem really fast. Also, if you're going to take him down and you're going to fall on the ground with him and his body is not gone far away enough, he will be there and he's going to kick you in the head. So there's a certain thing that you can do. This is what we're going to try. It's always trying. It's never 100% proof. But if you don't try, you're going to lose anyway. So let's try. He's choking me from behind, and his partner comes in. I go kick in the groin, and here probably I want to push him away, because now he's away. Take him down. Boom. Land him in on the ground, and then I can take care of his body and kick him in the head, anything I want to do. Turn around and see what he is up to, because you never know what's going to happen. Maybe he survived the thing, and he's standing, okay? Keep your opponents always in front of you. Never, ever turn your back. And again, that's what I said in the opening of this show. The bear hug from behind with your 2 arms caught. Normally this is a situation that you have when his partner is going to try to beat you up. But first let's see what we can do without a partner. Okay, he's bear hugging me, and he's a big guy, and he's strong. Now what I need to do is expand as much as I can by breathing in. At the moment I'm going to release my breath, I'm going to drop, because his grip will still be this. It's like this. The grip is like this. I expand by breathing in, and then suddenly I drop. His grip is still like this while I'm out. Okay, so watch. He's got me tight. I go this. Breathe in, and now I drop. Boom, elbow, and I will probably go for a single leg takedown, and right away get up. Kick, finish the situation, or get out. Okay, but now he's got a partner, because I told you before, normally when they hold you like this, they cannot do anything. What you can do also, by the way, is headbutt backwards, and never ever forget the heel in the groin, okay? It's very important to do. Now his partner is coming, and again, go for the groin kick, and maybe, boom, kick him double away. Breathe in, drop, elbow, and take him down. His body comes, bang, bang, go there. And now make sure that they both are there. Now, a real good thing to do right now, if one of his body would behind him, stand behind him, is try to keep. It's very difficult to show you right now because we're in a small situation here. But if his body would move to the right, I would go to this side. I would try to keep his body behind him all the time. Bang, 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 like I'm fighting him. You see, keep his body away, so you're fighting only one person. Now this situation happened in Kiev to me with a known fighter, Paul Verlins. He was drunk, I was drunk, and it was all in good play, and he grabbed me from the back and he started biting in my back. Now because he was drunk, he didn't realize how hard he was biting, and he was biting through my skin. When I came home, the teeth were through my skin. So I did this to him. He grabbed me, and there I told him to let me go, and he didn't let me go. I asked him again. I said, don't bite, don't bite, don't do it. I stopped pushing his wrist, breaking it, grabbing my own wrist, and now I stepped out. And luckily for me, over here there was a window. So I thought, let's throw him through the window. I went whang, and he went through the window, out to the hospital to get some stitches. But like I said, when he came back, we were all friends again. Okay, so one more time. He's got you here. Now, you want to throw him away, and you got to go fast. This is a situation that's not very dangerous. Again, you can headbutt, and again, the heel to the groin. I choose for this move. Push you down, break it, and now you got to swing. Watch what I do. I step out, and I twist my upper body like this, and then you will throw him away. It's the upper body movement that sets him off. Now this headlock we see a lot in the movies. And I don't know why people are doing this even on the streets. I used to win all my fights with it actually because nobody had the defense. But when you know the defense, man, this is going to be so wild you cannot believe. I'm going to show you what you can do with your opponent if he has you in the headlock. Now, he's got you like this. I'm sorry, I'm laughing. I'm stepping underneath him. I make sure that my butt is under my body. I'm not going to lift him like this. No, I'm going to lift him with my legs. 1, 2, I can lift him as high as I can, and I can just let him go and then throw him on the floor. But I can do this. Up, and I go down with him like this. Boom. That's the way I finish him. But because he's my friend, and this floor is pretty solid, I don't want to take a risk and be without a sparring partner. All right, now the same headlock, but now the person that is going to apply the neck lock on you, he hit your wife or your girlfriend, or maybe he hit your kid, or he loves his dog. Maybe he kicked his dog. So now we are very angry, and we don't like it just to take him down and get him all the breath out of his lungs. No, we want to pay him back because he was hitting something that's very vulnerable to us, very valuable. Okay, so this is what I would do. Actually, I will show you first a thing that I wouldn't do. I wouldn't hit him in the groin because then maybe he's going to let you go. It's a possibility you can kick him in the head, but why not give him a little damage that he's going to regret for about 5 or 6 months. Watch. He grabs you in the leg lock. Boom, you lift him up. You're going to slam him down. Bang! And here he is. Grab the knee. Grab this. Step over. Fall backwards. Whoop! And now we got an inverted heel hook. I'm going to pull this heel to me. Whoop. And you see I twist his under leg. Here I twist it the other way around. It's like a kind of exorcist move. I did this to an opponent in Japan, Takahashi, and I actually broke his shin bone with this move. Normally his knee will blow out. This time with Takahashi he broke his shin bone. Okay? And all because he was hitting my wife. And that one just came extra. Okay, the bear hug from the front. I know it doesn't happen a lot, but if you're in the countryside, those kind of people, they like to squeeze and just crunch you. And you have to break the grip because those guys, you know, they walk around and they're very strong. They really can do some damage. Okay, so you got to get out fast. The first thing that I would do is always simple go to the groin. So if he grabs me, lifts me up, go back, boom, knee to the groin. There are more ways. I'm going to put myself down now because otherwise he has to carry me all the time. but imagine that he's still holding me up, and he's holding me tight. I can try to go under his jaw and create some distance. Once distance is there, elbow. Or if he's really strong and I can push whatever he wants and he keeps his head forward, I can slip over to his eyes, put my fingers in his eye, and I bet you that he's going to go back, then support the jaw and elbow under the jaw. And there is actually one more, and you see people doing this in the movies, and it's not only a movie thing. This one really works. He bear hugs you, and if his head is backwards, go with the flat hands and hit on the ears. This will break his eardrum, and trust me, I did a pro wrestling match one time, and somebody hit me with the flat hand. It goes whee in your ear, and your balance is off. This really works. Bang! Don't stay with that. Follow it up with some punches. And of course, that will be the end. Okay, now we have a dangerous situation on our hands. We have two attacks. It could be three, but we have one here. And we have one there at the back of the bar. Now, they're going to close me in. And you do not want to be closed in. You want to have them in front of you. Right away, I cannot go for the escape there anymore because he's here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn, I'm going to put my back against the wall, or better yet, a corner, which we don't have here, but we have a wall. So I'm going to run back while they're coming to me. I'm going to go here, 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 and now I face them both. Now, at least I can start fighting two guys in one place. Otherwise, I will have one guy here and one guy here, and that is not going to work. I'm going to lose that battle. If that happens, one guy here, just turn away, walk here, and then confront them both again. But the best thing is to go back with your back against the wall so you can see them both. You got good control, and nobody can attack you from the back. Now, if you expect a violent confrontation, and you see that the guy has a knife, or maybe he already has a beer bottle in his hand, you have to do something. If you sit at a table, and there is no beer bottles, and there are no glasses, you need a weapon too. I would advise you to take a weapon too. Simple car keys, house keys, will do the trick here. You can see I actually have a cuff key. You never know, police officers. I'm very sorry. I put one in between this finger, and the other one I put in between these two fingers. And you can see that right now I have a stabbing device. I can go right straight to the face, and I promise you, that will hurt. Okay, I'm sitting at the bar, minding my own business, and you always have those people that come in and looking for trouble. So imagine it happens. Somebody comes in and is going to look for trouble. You see right at his face that this is no good.
I'm sitting in my seat, man.
Okay, this position is not a good position for me. There's no way I can use body movement a lot. I cannot use the floor a lot. The only thing I can do is maybe go for a headbutt, but it's not probably going to knock him out. What you want to do is get on your feet. Right away you say, okay, I'm sorry. Bang, bang, bang. No, I'm not. Okay, so if they do that, you got to pay him back.
How'd you get that fat chick through the doors, man? Did you have to butter? Was that huge thing you brought in with you, man?
Listen, man, okay, now let's stop this whole situation here. You see how confident this person is? But he sits in a total wrong position. Somebody's telling me that about my wife. I'm sorry, sir, but I'm going to break your leg. And I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to say, listen, fella, this is the thing. See what I'm doing? I'm leaning on his knee. And he is still very confident because he's got his two buddies right here. They're going to jump in at the moment I do something. I grab his toes, and then I'm going to go like that. And I promise you that this knee will be shattered. Now I got two people only to take care of, but that probably will be like a Jackie Chan roundhouse kick. No, probably I would take off. Maybe I would hit one and just try to avoid the rest of the confrontation. Okay, somebody's going to grab you by the wrist. Either it's a cop who tries to put the handcuffs on you, or just somebody else out of the blue. I just want to show you this technique. Whether you're going to use it or not, maybe nobody's going to grab you by the wrist like that. But hey, if they do, at least you're going to have a defense. A defense, that is. If he grabs you to the wrist like this is what you're going to do. You're going to trap his hand, roll over, turn your hand, and now bring him down. He will go down and knee him in the head. Now, watch this. If I don't hold his hand, he will simply roll out. So it doesn't work. Most important thing from this whole submission move, the wrist lock, is when he grabs, to hold this tight, go over and push him down, kick him in the head, or if you have the chance, knee him in the head. Okay, now, more ways to break a grip. You don't have to take him down like I did before. You simply can slide out. Always go to the opening of the thumb. You see, you want to switch and you want to go out there. It's very understandable that if you keep your wrist thick, you're not going to get out. You see, you got to slip here, you make it thin, and you slip out. So let's see how this looks. He can grab me any way. He grabs me like this. I can turn, twist, and get out. If he grabs me with the other arm, I twist and grab out. If he grabs me here, I twist over and get out. If he grabs me like this, again, I twist and get out. Now, more important, because he's not grabbing your wrist for no reason. He's probably trying to grab your wrist to get on into action. So you want to follow it up. Break the grip and go for something. He gets your arm, you break the grip, bang, right straight. Or he grabs it again, go out, bang, left straight. Always follow it up. Go to the side. This is not going to work. Slip, pull it out, and counter. Always counter. I'm going over some weird, very strange situations, but they might happen. This situation is for when somebody grabs you by the hair. Now, I don't have any hair. But if you do have hair and somebody grabs you from the back, there are things that you can do. Okay, let's imagine I have hair. Okay, I'm standing here. If somebody's grabbing me by the hair, I do this. Hold him tight as I can, and make a turn. And now I got an arm bar on him. While I got the arm bar, this is the full kick in the groin. Boom! Right there. Okay, once again, very important. When he grabs, to hold his hand as tight as you can. I'm pushing down as hard as I can. I make a turn, and I get up. And you see, I got an arm bar on him. Boom! Kick in the groin. And then maybe after that, bang! Right straight. And you're going to finish the situation. I'm standing here, and as always, El Guapo is minding his own business. And suddenly,
Hey, guy.
wrong move. Don't do that to El Guapo. I'm going to turn over and go bang right straight, boom, kick in the head, and God knows what more. Okay, so let's see this technique one more time. He grabs my shoulder, and he can grab it like he's holding my t-shirt. Like that, you know, hey, that's going to be even better now. He's grabbing my t-shirt. He's totally locked. There's no defense. He's totally open. Bang, left straight, boom, kick in the head. And there he goes. Another one, a barroom punch, you know, the big haymaker. Sometimes it can be a hook. It can be even the same exact punch that we had the haymaker before. Now I'm going to step in at the moment he makes the haymaker. I'm going to block it. I'm going to wrap his arm around. And first I'm going to palm strike him. Palm strike because it's a big palm. It always connects underneath his jaw. Finish it up with an elbow. And God knows what more. Let's take a look at it. He's going to come in. It's going to be swing, block, wrap, palm strike, boom, elbow, and goes what more. I can go punch, or I can even go, if I punch him back, go here, whoop, with a throw. And while he's on the ground, I can do pretty much anything, boom, I want, or just walk out. Now, I have a big problem with people doing this to me that will break their finger. I did it in Sweden with the big barroom fight, but also I don't like people to push me, to touch me. And it always comes in a pattern. It's almost like a jab. They say, hey, buddy, hey, man, what do you want? What do you want? It's like a pattern. If they do that, you can catch up that pattern and you can prepare yourself for a really nice move. So he's busy, he's pushing me.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Whoop, suddenly I grab good control of his wrist, and this I'm pushing up as hard as I can. And now I'm leaning forward, and that is going to give him a lock on his wrist. From here, you see, I have a free knee, full knee strike to the head. Now let's see what actually happens. I grab his wrist and pull it against my chest. If I'm going to lean over now, nothing really is going to happen because he's going to bend his arm. You see, nothing really happens. I'm going to make sure that his arm cannot go down by supporting it like this. I'm going to push up as hard as I can. Okay, and now I'm leaning forward and he will go down. Once he's down, boom, knee to the head. End of the story. Now, this situation is also a situation what happened to me, and it really works. But you have to follow it up right away with punches and strikes. Very important, because he's not going to sit there forever. You're going to hurt him, you're going to distract him, and right away you can start bouncing around. Okay, he's going to grab you by the shirt. Now watch what I'm doing. I grab his arm and pull it against my chest. Now I hit with my knuckles in here, and this will hurt him because I'm pulling. Ow, bang, 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 and that's the finish. It's going to hurt him. Look, one more time. I'm grabbing his arm. It's full power. I hit his wrist. This is a wrist lock right here. I pull it. Ow, bang, bang. Anything you want to do will finish the job. The next move is a standing side choke. Very effective. You can do a lot of fun things with it. Watch this. If the guy has his arm around your neck, and you know these people, they're talking to you, you know what's going on. Something's going to go wrong, and you want to choke the guy out. This is what you're going to do. Support his arm, so you can go underneath his armpit. 1, 2, catch his arm, and now my biceps is taking out here, is cutting off, his blood flows to the brain, and his own bicep is going to cut off this artery to his brain, and together, when I squeeze together, he's going to get choked. But what if he has no friends around him, and he's the only person there? We can do fun games. We can actually hip throw him to the side, he goes to the ground, we choke him out, and then once he's choked out, we can do games like pull the pants down and hide the spice bottle. It's a fun thing to do, and it will get a lot of laugh on a lot of people. Now watch this choke. We're only going to go over the side, the standing choke right now, okay? I'm not going to throw him, but I want you to see it from this angle. I'm supporting arm, because now I can go underneath his armpit like this, and I step in. I grab, I push my right hand, left hand against the side of his head, and I squeeze everything together, and watch, he will tap. If he doesn't tap, within 3 to 5 seconds, he will be out, and you still can do the same game, pulling the pants down and try to hide the bottle. One more angle, and now he knows to escape a side choke, which is going to try to pull his arm out. Watch how I prevent that. Okay, he's standing there. I'm going to go grab the neck, post his underarm so I can go underneath. 1, 2, and I look at him. Look, he can try to pull his arm out. He can't. I'm defending with my jaw. Out. And he's already dizzy.